I do apologize. I left Philip, I gave him more time because in the end he had entered the crux of the matter. And I think that this has given me a opportunity to put the first question to the Deputy Minister. We're talking about international connections. We're not only talking about technical projects, but other political projects. And since Mr. Margaris and Philippe mentioned the connection with Central and Northern Europe, my question is, what is the plan of political initiative at a top level, building international alliances to promote this? You're referring to the specific one. Well, mainly for our exports to the North and Central Europe. Can you hear me? Because I think that the battery is off. You can hear me? Okay, fine. You see how the Prime Minister moves in 24 hours. He goes to other countries in the world. You do have an advantage as a politician. You've been in energy, in the energy sector, for 17 years. I think that you are the only minister who will stay in the energy sector. Yes, God knows why Mr. Skrekas has left, but you are permanent in the energy sector there. So I'm asking you as a politician who deals permanently with the issues of energy. Yes, indeed, this allows me to have a measure of comparison and a benchmark. Why did I start saying all this about the Prime Minister? Because never in the past did our country have such an extrovert profile. And this is a basic ambition, starting from the top, from the Prime Minister himself. This is why I said that within 24 hours he may travel to China, etc. This has a meaning. And thanks to that, I think that Greece has developed and created strategic alliances with all the countries to serve its own interests through these. What are these? First and foremost, to create in our country the feeling that we are a reliable partner, that our geographic location allows us right now to play a part that is not just the part of the geographic location. We are here, therefore we can cooperate with the neighboring countries only, but we can become a pillar of stability, energy security for the entire European continent. And this is transformed into specific projects and acts. This has become evident in the energy crisis, how Greece was able to not only send energy to Bulgaria, but also to become a very serious partner. You know, when we had a cabinet, etc., cabinet meeting, you know, Greece was a pariah. It would sit in the corner, wouldn't talk to the rest of the 27 members. Now, currently, things are really impressive because you see countries approaching Greece for many different subjects to exchange know-how, to exchange experience, even within the energy crisis, with the mechanisms that we have formulated, with the way that we had been heard in Europe, with the adoption of measures to deal with the energy crisis, with the initiative of the Prime Minister at a European level, international connections, are playing now a very important part, much more important than they used in the past, as we heard Mr. Margaris say. So on this specific project, indeed, we're talking about two parallel paths, the technocratic path. For all these major projects, indeed, one needs to have a solid foundation, vis-à-vis regulations, etc. This is one path, and the other one has to do with political diplomacy. And there, I believe that Greece has a great opportunity that it keeps on developing and cultivating. This specific project, being in Luxembourg, I had the opportunity to speak to the German minister, Mr. Habeck, for this specific project, I repeat. Together with the minister, Mr. Skylakakis, we have planned specific discussions at the political level with political stakeholders for this project. And not only that, of course, having Mr. Karidas here and seeing where Gregi project is right now, respectively, we do the exact same thing at a political level with Egypt, vis-à-vis the specific project. The next week I'll be visiting Egypt for that. But in general, I have to tell you that the picture of Greece has nothing to do with what it used to be in the past. Of course, there are many more factors. We were going through one of the worst financial crises in the country in the past, and I don't know to what extent we could have a leverage and stand in dignity selling our country as a country that would proceed to reforms, proceed to investments, etc. But currently, we are long past that. This is something that we have conquered. This is something that the Prime Minister aspires to, and together with him, all those of us serving in this position.
Thank you. This is also what we understand, because the benchmark is not the past. It is what is being done now and the future. And if there is any critique, it is in a good intention, of course, because the benchmark is constantly rising. Now, Mr. Margaris, I am not bringing owls to Athens if I say that the Project Green Aegean Interconnector is fantastic. It's an excellent example of soft power. If this project succeeds, in the next decades, many Europeans will be saying that we are acquiring energy from the Aegean. Now, why is this project going to succeed, and why not Helios? I think a part of the answer has been provided by the minister. We cannot compare Greece of 2010, that was the time of the Helios project, so we cannot compare Greece of 2010 with Greece in 2023. First of all, renewables show dynamism right now that is not only witnessed by us, it is also witnessed by many people abroad. So this is the reality. It's not Greece wanting to invest in renewables, it's Greece investing already in renewables and showing a lot of potential. Secondly, I don't want to speak about 2010 because I was not involved in developments in the way I am today, and I do not know the details of the Helios project back then. But back then, there had been a political effort of Greece and Germany to create a new vision. Now, the Green Aegean Interconnector is a technical need, a need that is highlighted by the market itself, by the economy. Thirdly, the world has changed overall in terms of renewables. Right now, as I said before, you have interconnections throughout the world that do not compare with what was being done in 2010. When we started at the IPTO to create our interconnections with the islands, we had manufacturers from around the world asking us for projects. And now things have turned around. Now we are asking the manufacturers to participate in this effort and to take up projects. So this Green Aegean Interconnector is a fully realistic project. Of course, it is not an easy feat. It is a difficult and large project that will require the participation of several stakeholders, but it has to start. Mr. Caridas, let's talk about GREGI. I have two questions about it. I remember before the Arab Spring, Desertec, and several other projects being discussed. Why will GREGI now succeed? Is it a standalone project, or is it a project that requires a Green Aegean project or a similar project? As Mr. Margaris said, the market is not what it used to be 15 years ago. In 2008. Now, without international interconnections, we cannot reach our goals. This is clear to everyone, and you have some countries that are trying to imitate us. So we can see that in order to succeed, to achieve our ambitious goals in Europe, we need international interconnections. With Egypt, there was a study recently that was capturing the impediments for the green transition. And one of the obstacles that was highlighted was the lack of land and many other obstacles. So in order to become climate neutral, we need to open up space and go to countries that have sun, that have available land, that have an extrovert policy in order to become one end of the interconnection for the green energy we want. And of course, we need the political shell that will be cultivated with political relations we already have in place. So this will lead to interconnections, and this will lead to the implementation of the GREGI project very soon. Thank you very much. We have 1 minute for you, Nikos. You spoke about the behind-the-meter solution. Do you see synergies between storage of renewables and international interconnections? So where do you see such synergies, technically and at a regulatory level? Of course, there are synergies that are excellent because storage and interconnections are complementary with each other. So if I have 1 minute to answer, I would say that you need both in the most efficient way possible so as to achieve the energy transition. Philip, what is the role of BayWa with regard to potential energy clients that will use this energy? Look, BayWa has a history of 100 years, and the company was founded by people in agriculture. So we are very close to the citizens. We want the citizens to understand what we're planning to do. Of course, this does not work in all occasions. Some say we do not want any wind energy projects. But if they have some understanding, if we on our part are a bit more open, then things can happen. This is the path that we are following. Thank you very much. I have tried to be as objective as possible as a moderator, but now I would like to use the hat of the Hellenic Wind Energy Association, Eletaen. On the 23rd of November, we are carrying out a conference that will be focusing on the supply chain in wind energy. We heard that in Volos there are tanks being manufactured, but not only that, there's also floaters that are being manufactured there. And also, as of today, Eletaen is starting a campaign for 2 weeks. The motto is wind energy, our energy. There will be posters in the streets. You saw one of them before. Climate change is here. Let us talk about the solution. And the second message is wind energy, our energy, in terms of affordable energy and also in terms of energy independence. Thank you very much to all the members of the panel.